Back! This is Marsha, and we're going to finish the last page in our no-sew binding junk journal. So we made a junk journal without having to sew in the signatures or having to sew the signatures into a binding. We're using a 3-ring process. It's metal rings. 1.5 inch size is what we used here. And we're going to add a total of 21 pages to match the altered book journal that I made that was really fat, chunky, and you couldn't close it. So with this style, you can actually close it up and it will always look nice and flat and orderly and all that kind of thing. So what we're going to do, I've already assembled all of the elements that are going to go on this junk mail envelope, and we're turning that into a pocket. So it started off as just a plain, ordinary envelope. So I will move now this out of the way and let's start assembling it, and I will tell you all of the pieces that I put here. So I always have a piece of wax paper. So I'm going to use this cute little bee brad and this cute little vintage button with black and yellow beads and white trim to match the black and yellow for the bee. This white flower, embellished flower, it was already a pre-made flower. This piece of ribbon says, "You are my sunshine." And this cute little banner, so I already have the banner made. And this ribbon with buttons, this was already a pre-made thing that I had purchased. So this comes off here, and this piece of fabric is underneath of it. So we'll slide this over here to this side. Then a word sentiment that I made that says "just a little smile." That was just a stamp that I had, and I put it on a piece of beige cardstock, put that on a piece of another cardstock, and inked all around it. Then I'm using this piece of ribbon, which I'm going to have to splice because it had pink here, and that was not colors that we wanted to go with it. Then I'm using this piece of nice, very linen, thick ribbon. So again, because of these two flowers here, I was going for this yellow flower here. So I made this little mini pouch pocket, and I'll show you how to make this in another video. And that's going to go down here. So the little mini pocket, and then the ribbon, and then 2 pieces of cardstock. So of course you can see it's very pretty pastel yellow, creamy, and a little bit of the light blue going on there. So, and then I have the lines going in different directions. And so now here's the actual junk mail envelope that I took out of a junk mail that came. Alright, so you don't even have to worry about gluing that together because all of our elements will be glued down. But I'll go ahead and just glue the flap just for the sake of making sure it's in place. Okay, so it's not gonna go anywhere on me. And I like to keep if there's a clear window, I just put it to the back, and all that's going to be glued down. So I decided what size did I want the pocket. So here's going to be a pocket here, and then there will be a pocket here. So on the back, we'll glue the edges here. This will be left open, so that will be a pocket. And then we'll do the same thing here. We'll just glue here, and we'll glue here, and we'll close that up. So then that will give us 2 pockets. And then that will go on the page right here, and that will complete the inside of the journal. So let me go back through, and I'm going to count the pages now to see, did I actually make it to 21 pages? So we have 1, 2, 3, even though this is little, but it still counts. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So we already met the goal we were going for. Now we've actually exceeded it. 23. And with this extra little pouch put on here, look at how much that pocket, expandable pocket. 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. And the covers, of course, 29, 30. Okay, so, and then as you can see, look at how nice it still is laying flat. It's not expanding open like if it was in an altered book. And so keep that in mind with the style that you want to make. And if you want it to lay flat, be able to stand up straight, and even once I stand it up, it opens just a little bit. You can see it just opened a little bit. But you could put it on in a bookcase and you wouldn't have to worry about it being like this. And then trying to squeeze it in there, and then of course you're going to worry about all your beautiful embellishments on this side. Alright, so let's open this back up, and we're going to finish gluing all these pieces into place, and then we'll put it right here on the front of the cover. And that is that quick and easy how this junk mail envelope can be done. So you can do this with any size that will fit on your journal page that you're wanting to embellish. So the first thing we need to do is we're going to start gluing all of these layers into place. And so let me just do this so all these get glued straight down. And I'm going to just use the Aleene's Tacky Glue Mod Podge mixture that I use. So I put probably a quarter Mod Podge, and then the rest is tacky glue. And I don't add water to mine because I find that it doesn't mix well. The water just kind of stays on top. Just trying to line it up without gluing my fingers. Gentle pressure, because I don't want all that glue that I just put on there, because I do go a little bit heavy on the glue. This cardstock, you can't probably tell, the back of is matte, but this is slippery. So, okay, now I can fold this over. And we're going to do the same thing now to this side. So I'm going to open this up. I wanted this one going the opposite direction. I thought that it wasn't lined up perfectly. Now I know why. That's the beauty of this Aleene's Tacky Glue, is you have time to move it. Now, there we go. That's what I was wanting. Okay, so now I can look here and see. Alright, so it was Alright, now what I want to come in and do is just very, very little bit down this edge here. Okay, so now I've made my bottom pocket. And then I will embellish, add the embellishments now. All right. Oh, give me a second. Okay. There we go. So I'm just going to place them first where I had them, making sure it's what I wanted. Okay. All right, so I like that. Just now gluing each piece into place, and just a little bit of glue, not a lot. Okay, so what I was going to do is use this hole punch and to open up a little hole for the brad. But this is such a tiny, tiny, tiny hole. I don't know, I may have to use the other one. All right, let's see. But I will let that dry first before I start punching a hole because I don't want to interfere with the glue drying. Alright, so now I know I wanted this bigger flower on this corner, the button there, and the bee there. And I always add reinforcement on these because it's just not sticky enough. And they will come off when you don't want them to. Okay, so which way do I want the leaves to go? I think I'm going to come like this. Okay, I don't want to cover up my wording. I just love this. How I did this, and I will, if you would like me to show you how I did it, I can do that in the next video when we do the tassel. But basically what I did is I just took a bigger vintage button, so the holes are just a little bit bigger. And this trim is really like yarn, just twisted yarn. And so to try to put it through the hole, it wants to fray immediately. So all I did was I came in with my piece of packing tape, just a narrow, scant, probably 1/16 of an inch maybe, and just cut a little tiny smidge, again, same thing, just very narrow, and wrapped it around just once and trimmed it, and I did that on all 4 corners so that I could push it through the holes of the button and then the holes of the beads, because the holes of the beads were much smaller and it was not working. So this worked beautifully, and then I tied the bottom first, and then I tied this top one twice to make the knot, and then that will secure the bottom one so that it's not going to go anywhere. But isn't that cute? It's just a cute, different little element. So I'm going to wait on him. Let's do the banner now. Or do I want to do the bottom piece? Excuse me. Let me start with the bottom piece. Okay. This is heavier fabric, so I tend to like to add a little bit more glue when I'm putting fabric to paper, and especially because this is gloss, so it's going to need a little bit more. And mainly the fabric is going to absorb a lot of that glue. So that's why it requires a little bit extra. Clean off the tip of my glue. Alright, so now this one can go here. So I just went through my stash and found anything with the cream and the yellow. And then when I found the little bumblebee, of course, that had to come on here. And I think he's the last one. And I remember, I'm pretty sure, one of the farm girls sent me that in a swap. Because I think I had 3. I was just so tickled when I received that. I think this one we did a bee swap, bee theme swap, and she sent me socks, yellow socks with a bumblebee on the side, which I wear. Oops, I didn't need glue on that end. Oh. And what else did she send? Those little brads. Oh, just so many things. Just love that for them. Okay, we don't need this. Ah! Okay. Alright. Scoot you back into place. Alright, so that, because I came down here with more glue, didn't need that extra long piece. So I will let that dry, because I don't want that gumming up my scissors. Okay. Now, let's see, the little mini envelope. This is so cute. Isn't that adorable? I make bigger ones out of a 6x6 paper pad, and I saw this on, it was either Treasure Books, or, and I don't remember the other one that I watch. There's 2 channels and I don't remember the names. One is Sandy, but I can't remember Sandy's Treasure Books, and Treasure Books, I can't remember the other girl's names. But anyway, that's where I saw this done, and it was so cute. So once you learn the one size, you can do it on multiple sides. I mean, you can use it, you can do this on a 12x12. Okay, so let's come in here, and we're going to put this here. Just making sure I'm getting it all where I want it. Do I want the flap to be glued down as well, or do I want to leave it where it can be? I don't think you would want to fold it. I don't really see a reason. So, alright, let's just glue the whole thing out. And again, this one is for sale. So if you would like to purchase it, it will be in my Etsy shop once it is completed. So there's a few more things that are going to be done to it. So it will be ready to go when you receive it. Okay, I'll leave this for last. I think I'll put it down here. So now let's come in with the banner. First is this piece of fabric, and I just cut it, you know, whatever size I felt like I wanted to put. And I used the pinking shears to get the one side with the little zigzagging look. These are so fun to make, and once you make one, you'll just see that you just want to put one in every journal. So there's certain elements that you can just repeat from journal to journal. That's what I'm doing. So it's not like you have to reinvent the wheel every time you make a journal. And when you make, you're doing the same elements. We're repeating the same elements, you know. We're just putting different embellishments on it. So it doesn't matter what you're doing, if it's cardstock or book papers or cereal box, doesn't matter. A junk mail envelope. Once you add the embellishments, I mean, nobody would ever know this was a junk mail envelope. They would think, oh, she just folded a piece of cardstock and decorated it. No, that's not what she did. No. Alright, so what I'm doing with the little banner is I'm going to glue this down first, and then I'll come in. So I just wrapped this twine around the buttons. I can unwrap it, lay it over to the side, and then do the same thing with just putting the glue. And you could make this, I'll show you how to make this button ribbon yourself. So we'll do that on a video. And I did the same thing here, so here's, I don't know if you can see the tape. So I did the same thing because the holes on the little banners were tiny, tiny, tiny. So I'm not going to glue this one, I'm just going to tie it. Leave that hanging off of there, and now I can trim off the end with the tape. And just space out your little tags. this one I'm just going to wrap it around. Okay. Cute, cute, cute. All right, now the Just a Smile is going to come underneath of here. So he's going to be just kind of peeking. Maybe I'll put him right here. I don't know, maybe I wanted it kind of, I was trying to go with it on being on an angle, but this is going to go here, and the B is going to go here. All right. Yeah, because I don't want it up there with the You Are My Sunshine. Okay. Yeah, it's going to go down there. I need to use all my fingers. Hold it into place. Ta-da! Okay, yep, on the fabric it's wanting to lift. I might have to come back in with a little bit more. I normally would have sewn this on, but because I wanted to show you all at once, I didn't do that. And I've already glued the pocket into place, so I can't do that. So I'm just going to have to hold it. Okay, seems like he's staying now. All right, and this button can come over here, and the little B is going to go in the corner. So I could put the B underneath the ribbon here, and then the button here. Maybe the button won't go there, because if I'm going to have this as a pocket, then the button's going to be interfering. I could put it down here and just put the little B here. Yeah. So I'll glue this into place now, and I will put the little bumblebee brad here. Okay, there we go. How far over does he need to be? Isn't that cute? Just what it needed. Once you have something added, then it's like you can see that was perfect. All right, now let me see if I can wipe off this excess glue and cut this off. Perfect. Wipe off my scissors. Come back with some alcohol and clean it a little bit better. Alright, let me move this around so you can see this better. Alright, there you go. Isn't that just adorable? Everything just so pretty. Okay, then this can come up around here. There we go. I may put a little dab of glue on that one later. But there you have it. So isn't that cute? Absolutely adorable. So now all I need to do is come in and glue this bottom portion, and we'll do that right now. So this side, bottom, and this side. Okay. Side where I want to center it on the page. There we go. I think that looks good. Alright, there you go. I hope you liked this tutorial on how to make a beautiful embellished pocket for your junk journal with a no-sew binding method. Thank you for being here with me today, and in the next video we're going to add the embellishments to the rings on the front. So that will be the tassel and other little embellishment ideas that I've found and other little doodads that I've been finding, and that'll be the finishing touch for the journal. Thank you again, and I hope you'll subscribe to my channel and you like crafting with me. Have a great day and keep creating in sunshine. Bye-bye.